Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this afternoon with Benny and Brandy, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Benny's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands, the corrections and the motivations that we give the dogs when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. We don't typically video indoors, but when the heat index is 103 and the dog's a French Bulldog, they get the luxury of working in air conditioning. First thing that we're going to take a moment to introduce is the training equipment that we're using. Brandy's using a regular 6-foot web training leash. She keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in her right hand, which leaves her left hand free to give any adjustments that's needed, and the only correction that we give here at school is a little tug and release on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Benny's going to come home with his very own training equipment, and you're going to be taught how to use that properly during your follow-up training session. Now, Benny's sitting nicely at Brandy's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. The command is Benny heel. And at this point, Benny has a job to do, and that is to stay even with your left leg on walks, not forging ahead or lagging behind, but staying even with your left leg. And he sits automatically when you stop your feet. So when you're out on a walk and you stop to cross traffic or talk to a neighbor, he should be sitting quietly at your left and waiting for his next command. And he sits beautifully. And this makes you the leader on the walk and not the follower. He's not dragging you down the street, but he's walking like a gentleman, and each time you stop, he sits. Now, the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the sit-stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, we do not use his name. The long sit-stay, when you're practicing at home, and you can practice right indoors, is for 30 seconds, slowly working up to 3 minutes. When Brandy returns back to him, she walks all the way around him, she stops at his shoulders and praises him for a good job, and they take off heeling again. And Brandy encourages him verbally and does any correction with her hand. But she's always praising him and encouraging him. And the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the come on command. It's Benny, come, and he should come and sit. And then she praises him for a good job. Nice sit, stay. You walk out to the end of your training leash and you turn to face him. You use his name in a happy voice and he comes right in.
Good job,
and he sits. So the praise and the encouragement and all of the things that we give the dogs make them know that, you know, training can be fun. And he looks up at Brandy for direction, and the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a heel position. So with him seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground. One word command to down and stay. Your long down stays, again, can be practiced right indoors, and that's the most practical place for them. You're going to slowly work up with the down stays to 5 minutes. He's going to take a nap. That's one thing about the downs. Once the dogs realize what they are, they really don't mind them so much because dogs like to lay down.
Down. Stay. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. Benny, come. Come. Look at me. Look at me.
And if you notice, Brandy said, look at me. When you keep the dog's head engaged, you have control of the whole dog. So he's always going to lead with his head.
Oh, good job.
And the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a distance. So with him seated, you leave him in a stay. You turn to face him. You're going to use your right hand to give the command this time. Now he got up.
Stay. Good.
So she told him no, and she repeated the command. and that is the down from a distance. So I'm sorry it's close quarters, but we didn't want your puppy to melt. He's had a great time while being here, and I'll tell you what, for a male adolescent French Bulldog, he's done a terrific job. We've enjoyed having him. We know you've missed him terribly, so we will see you very soon.